right, everybody. I'm Laura Ingraham. This is the Ingraham Angle from Washington tonight. Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. Now, they have tentatively agreed to fight each other in the Vegas octagon. To quote Joe Biden, no joke. So who better to handicap this fight than MMA legends Colby Covington and Michael Chandler? They're going to join us in a bit later in the hour to weigh in on the battle royale. And I want to get you involved, too. So go to my Twitter, @Ingraham Angle, or Instagram, @Ingraham Radio, and answer this poll question. Who would win a cage match? Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg? Your results later in the hour. But first, sex, lies, and whistleblowers. That's the focus of tonight's angle. Now, just when you thought the Bidens couldn't get any sleazier, they surprise you. Whether it's sniffing girls' hair or copping a feel from Eva Longoria at the White House, the president has no shame or no sense, or maybe neither. Now, the same arrogance is seen in his son, and now we're discovering more lurid details about Hunter's leisure activities. The LA Times is reporting that a founder of something called Sanctum, a private sex club in Los Angeles, was banned from that club after he had the nerve to name Hunter Biden as a member. So what exactly is this prestigious club? It was created in 2013 after the founder watched the Tom Cruise movie Eyes Wide Shut, which features scenes in which wealthy elites gather at a secretive orgy. And with a carefully curated guest list and membership fees of up to $75,000 a year, it became the free-love private playground of Hollywood actors, rock stars, chief executives, city officials, and run-of-the-mill millionaires. So is it any surprise that an IRS whistleblower named Gary Shapley is claiming that the Hunter Biden case, codenamed Sportsman, was opened in 2018 as an offshoot of an investigation into some foreign-based online porn platform? What a classy bunch are these people. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. This same whistleblower says that it was way back in November 2019 that the FBI confirmed the authenticity of Hunter's laptop by matching the number on the device, against Hunter Biden's Apple iCloud ID. Now, remember, that's nearly a year before our corrupt CIA and FBI told social media companies to censor coverage of the laptop. So the feds knew it was his, and yet went public on the false grounds that this whole thing with the laptop was somehow engineered by Russia. Well, the truth is, when federal investigators reviewed the laptop, they found real evidence of multiple felonies.
These tax crimes cover an estimated $2.2 million in unreported tax on global income streams to Mr. Biden and his associates from Ukraine, Romania, and China, totaling $17.3 million from 2014 to 2019.
What's $17.3 million among friends and associates? Just foreign income. A lot of it went to the Bidens. Documented on the laptop. Now, no wonder they didn't want it to see the light of day. Thus, in early 2020, affidavits were drafted for search warrant applications in 3 states and Washington, D.C. The whistleblower testified that in addition to the warrants, they had all planned about 15 interviews. But after Biden became the presumptive Democrat nominee, career DOJ officials, shocking, they swooped in and they started dragging their feet on this IRS request. And then just to close the Biden protection loop, the DOJ ordered a cease and desist on any overt investigation of any influence peddling scheme involving the Bidens. Again, this was after they'd sat on the evidence of Hunter's alleged criminal wrongdoing for almost an entire year. This is a huge story. And only now are we discovering just how brazen the Biden demands for foreign payouts actually were.
Whistleblowers say reoccurring unjustified delays pervaded the investigation, including authenticating a WhatsApp message in which Hunter Biden demands payment from Chinese officials, noting that his father is in the room.
Thought they never talked about business. Well, in this encrypted message, Hunter is making these not-so-veiled threats against Chinese businessman Henry Zhao, saying, "I'm sitting here with my father, and we would like to understand why the commitment made has not been fulfilled. If I get a call or text from anyone involved in this other than you, Zhang, or the chairman, I'll make certain that between the man sitting next to me and every person he knows and my ability to forever hold a grudge, that you will regret not following my directions," like the mob. "I'm sitting here waiting for a call with my father." Then my personal favorite of all these messages, where Hunter drops the stick for the carrot, saying, "The Bidens are the best at knowing and doing exactly what the chairman wants from this partnership. Please, let's not quibble over peanuts." Notice he didn't say I. He said the Bidens know exactly what the chairman wants from this partnership. So it's pay to play. It's obvious. It's influence peddling 101. It's not about any, issue regarding drugs or how many strippers Hunter could buy with that pile of Chinese cash. It's about what Hunter likely promised them in, future trade or foreign policy that really matters to the Chinese. Now, we know why the feds were anxious to trot out Hunter's plea deal, don't we? Where he pled guilty to only 2 measly misdemeanors, even when the IRS was recommending far more serious charges. Nothing to look at here at all. Time to move on, right? Urges Biden's allies, which, of course, includes the press.
He has this, at least the criminal side of it, behind him. That this investigation is effectively over now.
This is done. This is over.
This is wishful thinking. The scope and scale of this scandal is far more serious than Hunter's hookers and cocaine. The real scandal is, number one, America at this moment could very well have a compromised man leading our armed forces and our domestic policy. And number two, just as important, our FBI and DOJ apparently conspired to hide that information from the public. And the Democrats, they love to prattle on, don't they, about election interference by Russia? What do you call what happened here? If you're the prosecutor on the Hunter Biden case, how do you live with yourself pushing that plea deal? And if you're Judge Mary Ellen Norelka presiding over this case, how do you not simply reject this plea deal, given the information that we just laid out? We all know what would be happening if these facts involved a Republican president and his son. There'd be breathless, wall-to-wall media coverage, calls for impeachment, talk of treason, and demands for jail time. MSNBC and CNN that have special graphics packages all ready for the occasion. White House in crisis, a time for reckoning. As things stand now, Americans have little reason to believe that our president's foreign policy decisions aren't tainted. We can all agree on one thing. China and Ukraine were not paying top dollar for Hunter's brilliant business expertise. And that's the angle.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.